Rob from Buckeyes Battle Cry here. Man, that was a nail biter in the shoe. And I was way off my prediction for this game. I had Ohio State winning 45-20. If you watched my video on the preview for this game and you heard all the stats, you would agree with the prediction as well. I mean, it was just complete separation in all categories. Ohio State was way better team in all aspects of the game. But I mean, they survived. They won 21-17. But there's some things they need to get fixed if they want to even have a chance winning in Happy Valley, which is an extremely hostile environment when they play Penn State. But we'll talk about at the end what they need to fix. So, Will Howard had another really good game. 13 for 16, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. That one throw, I don't know what he was thinking. Buka was in triple coverage. The safety went over the top and just picked the ball off. Man, the run game was horrendous. They left off where they did against Oregon in the second half. Junkins had 10 carries for 29 yards. They finished the game with 64 rushing yards. They can't establish the run game ever since Simmons went out with his knee injury. Out for the season. Obviously, not come back. They got to find some. I wish Mahalski a quick recovery, but I don't think he should be in there. He got blown off the ball way too many times, fell down, gave up a couple sacks. That defense got on Howard. Just too much pressure, and they couldn't run on his side of the ball. So, but they did what I said they were going to do. After Mahalski went down, they have a lot of depth at guard. They moved Jackson over, and they put Montgomery in Jackson's spot. My gosh, I don't even want to think about the run game right now. It's for the amount of talent that they have, Junkins and Henderson, it's inexcusable. Receiving, Carnell Tate really showed up. 4 receptions, 102 yards, and 1 touchdown. Really showed up for this game. Dude had himself a day. J.J. Smith, one of the most talented receivers in the country. Best player on the field today. 3 receptions, 70 yards, 1 touchdown. I will say on Carnell Tate's and J.J. Smith's touchdowns, Will Howard has really improved with his long ball, because before and in other games he was really underthrowing those, but he hit it right on the money. So hats off to him on improving. The defense gave up 152 passing yards. They got that game-sealing interception at the end. Hats off to Hancock on getting that. Being able to sit back and wait and read where the quarterback was going with that throw. Hats off to him. So, from the Oregon game where they had no sacks, I really like how they got pressure. They converted that pressure into sacks. They got 4 sacks this game. So, the 2 weeks that they spent with the defensive coordinators must have really, definitely paid off. I don't like how the run defense wasn't really impressive. They gave up 121 rushing yards. And 40 of that is, when they were getting pressure to Raiola, they gave him too much of a lane, so he was able to scramble for 40 yards. Looking at this game, Nebraska did almost everything right to win this game. If you go back and take a look at the video I made on the Ohio State-Nebraska preview, and you listen in on my keys for each team to win, Nebraska, one of Nebraska's keys was try and dominate the time of possession. Nebraska for this game doubled Ohio State's time possession 35 to 24 minutes, so 11 minute difference. And that was huge. Ohio State did not score until the mid fourth quarter. So Nebraska really did that right. Kept Ohio. They played good defense as well. Kept Ohio State's offense off the field as much, not letting them convert third downs. Ohio State was 1 for 10 on third downs. And again, the time possession for Nebraska, that also kept Ohio State's offense out the field. So, what won this game? And again, going back to the video I made on the Ohio State-Nebraska preview, another key for Nebraska to win was they need to improve and capitalize in the end zone because they won't be able to settle for field goals against Ohio State. They didn't do that. They settled for 3 field goals. Honestly, that was the difference. If they would have converted one of those times in the red zone, we'd be talking about a different outcome. But again, Nebraska has the 125th ranked red zone offense in the country, and Ohio State has a top 10 red zone defense in the country. Hats off to Ohio State on that goal line stand, but that was honestly the difference of the game. Again, Nebraska played their hearts out, a big improvement from the Indiana game, but just based on talent for Ohio State and their red zone defense, that's what won the game. Again, if Nebraska would have capitalized at least once in the red zone, we'd have a different outcome. But survive and advance, Ohio State moves on undefeated for a top 4 showdown. I mean, hopefully Penn State wins tonight at Camp Randall, another hostile environment to play in against Wisconsin. But as of right now, it's going to be a top 4 showdown at Happy Valley. And hopefully Ohio State's offensive line shows up, or else it could possibly be a really long game. But we got the W. Moving on to the next one.